Hi, my name's TG Trooper and I'm here with MG Vaciago at the Herts Book Festival in May 2026.
2026.
2026. So, MG, who are you and tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm MG and I'm a children's author. I'm a mum of 3 and I live in Hertfordshire, and I've been publishing books since 2020, but I've been writing for a lot longer than that. Yeah.
Okay, so what inspired you to become an author and how did your writing journey begin?
Well, from a really young age, I was bullied at school. I'd say from probably about 5 or 6. And I remember my mum gifting me my first book when I was 6 years old. And I obviously couldn't read very well at 6 years old, so I'd get these book stories read to me. And it was just knowing that there was an alternate world out there, an alternate reality, different characters, different worlds. I found it really inspiring. And so I always used to write my own stories from a really young age, and I always wanted to be a writer. And then life took me in a different direction. I worked in finance for 10 years, and then I came back to writing, and I've been writing ever since now. Yeah. Very
good. What was your first book published and what's the story behind it?
My first book was this one, Big Little Voice, Colours the Grey. And this book was written for my son. It was never supposed to be a published book, actually. My son was bullied from the age of 6. And so every night I'd sit on his bed and I'd tell him this story about his inner superhero that was brave and strong and resilient and that would come out of this experience. And I remember one evening my husband was listening by the door and he said, "That story's going to save a lot of lives, you should publish it." So I kind of thought, not really sure, but I wanted to put it together as a book for my son anyway. And then, as fate would have it, one of the teachers at his primary school was leaving and she was the English lead. So I thought, I'm going to get her to read it and she's going to tell me it's really bad and not to bother, and then that'll be fine and I'll just shelve it. And she took one look at it and said, "This book's amazing, you really need to get this published." And so I said to my son, "What do you think?" And he said, "Well, if it helps kids not feel as bad as me, then let's do it." So that was close to 6 years ago now, and the book kind of just got bigger and bigger and developed into a series.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So how's your life changed since then?
Life's just been crazy busy. I write a lot of the time now. My main focus, my main job is writing. I get to do school visits, I get to go into schools for Mental Health Week or World Book Day, Anti-Bullying Week. I get to share his story, I get to inspire the next generation of writers with creative writing sessions. And it's become like my full-time job. So going from that 7-year-old that dreamed of one day writing a book to now being inspiring other kids to write books and empowering kids through a story has been brilliant.
Excellent. Okay. So I guess there's going to be some emotional experience. What do you hope readers will walk away up with after finishing your books?
I hope, and I know, most readers do walk away feeling empowered. They feel inspired. They feel that they've got more strength to carry on. I think it opens up the topics. I mean, the topics covered are bullying, anxiety, self-esteem, and it always gives them another outlet. It doesn't make them feel as alone as when they started reading this book. So, yeah, that's what they get.
Okay, good. Well, tell me about your latest book and the inspiration behind it.
Well, the first book, like I said, was written for one of my sons who was being bullied, and I've got 3 sons. So the 2 that were released simultaneously were the Dino Clouds Party. My youngest said, "Well, my older brother's got a book, where's my book?" So this was the Dino Clouds Party, which is a whimsical book all about the dinosaurs my son could see in the sky.
Right.
And my elder son was sitting his GCSEs and he was struggling quite a bit with anxiety. So his book came out at the same time. And it's about a child sitting their GCSEs and feeling very overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So my kids do feature in a lot of my books, things that they go through or things that I've been through as a child.
Okay. What's your greatest moment in your writing career?
There have been so many. I think the first one would have been having a published copy of my book in my hand.
Oh yeah, great feeling.
That was opening the box and just seeing that, all the hard work, all the rewrites, all the edits, everything, and to hold that book was very magical, and I did cry for a good 5 minutes. Obviously the books have won several awards. They've won book awards, they've won business awards. I've won an award for my anti-bullying work off the back of one of the books. But having a child come up to me and say, I feel empowered by your book, or your book changed my day, just seeing the effect it has on kids just makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah,
that's magical.
It goes beyond money, doesn't it?
It does.
It's like when somebody once said to me, how do you measure success? And it's not just about
it isn't.
Yes, that is successful, but there's more to it than that.
Exactly.
And knowing that what you've written has changed somebody's life must be particularly great for you.
Yes, 100%.
So do you have any tips or advice for other independent authors?
I would say don't overthink it. I have a lot of people that say to me, I'd love to write a book, but it's been said before, I don't know where to start, it's too overwhelming. I just say just do one step at a time. Don't look at the end. Don't look at the end of the journey when you've got your published book. Just think today, okay, I've got half an hour, I'm going to write a few sentences. Tomorrow I've got an hour, I'm going to write a little bit more. Don't worry about what everyone's written, because you haven't written it, and the way you write it is always going to be different to everyone else. Don't overthink it, just go for it, because regret is hard. You're going to regret not writing that book more than being disappointed in having written it. You won't be disappointed because it's your book. But to regret not writing it is, I think, the biggest thing. Yeah,
that's a terrible thing.
It is.
So where can readers find out more about you, and where can they buy your books?
Well, I have a website which is www.mgvaciago.com. It has all the information about me. I'm all over social media as well, and the books can be bought pretty much anywhere. So yeah, Amazon, Waterstones, WH Smith, Foyles, I think. So anywhere. Yeah.
It will be linked in the description down below.
Brilliant.
And so what's next?
What's next? The Big Little Voice series will be growing. There's always parents say to me, my kids are struggling with X, Y, and Z. Could you write a book about it? Obviously, the Dino Clouds series is going to be expanding as well with their adventures. I've got 2 adult fiction books that are half written that I do need to finish, and a young adult fiction book that's started that I need to finish as well. So I really need to get cracking with those. But yeah, more books to come, more school visits, and more children's empowerment, I think.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
MG Vaciago.
Brilliant, thank you.